Eric Hughes loves pizza and people, and like any ambitious, determined young man, he wanted to turn those loves into a career. But unlike most people, Eric faced a big obstacle. He was born with Williams syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that can result in medical concerns and developmental delays. But thanks to a supportive family and a community, including Tony Barrasso from Anthony's Italian Kitchen, Strive U, a post-secondary school for students with developmental disabilities, Eric Hughes has turned his passion into his profession. What do you love about owning your own pizza cart?
I love it because I get to be around people. I like people a lot, so yes.
What is it about people that you like? Because you meet a whole bunch of different people down here on the waterfront.
Like, they're all very nice. Some of them can be kind of crazy, and yeah.
Who isn't though, right?
Right.
Who's a little crazy?
Yeah. But it's really fun to get to like walk around and see everybody, so it's nice.
Now, you've wanted to do this since you were younger, right? This is your dream?
Yeah.
Yeah? And it was just because of the people, or you wanted to be out among everybody?
I met a guy named Vinny. He owns his own pizza cart, and I met him at the Cumberland Fair, and he made me want to do this, so it's really cool.
So he was sort of the inspiration for you?
Yeah.
Wow. So you went through Strive, you had a great time with Strive.
I did.
Talk about how that sort of helped prepare you for this. Like, what did it teach you?
It teaches me how to be on my own and how to live on my own.
So he's coming down to get pizzas. He's at a meeting at noon. Does he often come down and harass you down here?
No.
Just when he needs food?
Yes.
All right. How do you think of this guy? He's a pretty good guy, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a very good guy.
Yeah, he is.
Strive's a pretty unique nonprofit that works with about 850 young people with developmental disabilities. We do social, educational, employment training programs. And then Eric went through one of our 9 different programs called Strive U, which is a post-secondary education program geared towards people with developmental disabilities that teaches people how to live on their own and prepares them to work in the community. They take classes at the University of Southern Maine, and then our goal is that they're able to move into their own apartment at the end of 2 years. And Eric's been able to do all those things as well as open his own business.
Let's talk about, where Eric might be if there wasn't a program like Strive.
Well, somebody like Eric's pretty successful and pretty determined, so I'd like to think he'd be successful regardless, but sometimes our programs are just enough to put somebody, give somebody the training that they need to really put them over the top so that they can be, reach their dreams that they want, that they've set. And Eric set some goals and was able to work to accommodate those, and but he's got a lot of support from the community, certainly not just us, that he's built through this project, and it's really been amazing to watch.
Well, it's a funny thing. I have a grandson who's part of the Strive program. He's a year younger than Eric, and they were friends. And Eric came to me with his dad, and he asked me, this must go back 5 or 6 years ago, he had a business plan for this venture. And he asked me if I would help him / put my name on it. I've never done that before for anybody. I read his business plan, called him back, and said, you got it, we do it. And we've done it, and the rest is history.
And what I love about it too is it's a team. You're a team, and you're not giving him a handout. This is a business.
I sell him. He pays me every week. He's totally independent on his own. All I do is supply him.
So what do you do? So when you need more pizza, do you give him a call? What do you do?
Yes. We call him, and I say like I need 1 cheese or 1 pepperoni or 1 half cheese, half pepperoni, or some stuff like, yeah. Okay. My mom and dad are great, and my sister's really great. So they help me with this a lot, and my dad works for Strive part-time, so he can come down here and help if I need it, so.
Bill, is this one of your favorite places to be?
I love being here. It really is. It's a lot of fun. It's fun being with Eric, and it's kind of become a family thing for us, especially on weekends when the cruise ships are in.
But is it wonderful to work alongside your son living his dream?
Absolutely. A lot of people made this happen, and it's very fulfilling. My wife and I, we had a lot of big dreams for Eric, growing up, and they've really come true. more so than we could have thought of. Eric's an Eagle Scout in Boy Scouts and had that support. He did really well in school. Then to connect with Anthony and his family and especially Strive and what Eric learned at Strive. I mean, Eric lives independently in the community. He has his own apartment.
Yeah, I think Eric, obviously, very independent-minded and goal-oriented. But do you think, without Strive, do you think he would have been able to do this, do you think?
Not to the extent that he has done it. We certainly would have done everything we could have, but if you have children, you know that you take care of them more than you should, and you know the level of independence that Eric has achieved by going through Strive. Again, both in his living arrangement and in this business is not something I think we could have done.
I mean, nobody's goal, you know, when they're growing up in high school is to, you know, I want to sit around and rely on the community to support me. And you know, Eric's like everybody else, you know, and a lot of our students are just like anybody else. You know, they want a good job, they want a healthy relationship, they want to get ahead, they want to, you know, an apartment, you know, they want to have a social life. And Eric has all those things and more. You know, he wanted to do that. He wanted to own his own business, and I'd like to think that we've just been able to make some of the connections to make that happen for him.
Talk a little bit about Eric's, you know, personality. He's just...
Well, Eric's personality is the biggest thing. He's got a lot of things going for him, but since he's been little, his personality has just drawn people. And, you know, my wife and I, and Eric and my daughter Kate, we worked hard as a family to kind of shape that personality a little bit, and it has, you know, resulted in people, you know, really wanting to be with Eric and to interact with him, and he's just, you know, I'm obviously a little biased, but he's great to be with. And so that personality has, you know, lent to this, to people wanting to support him in many different ways.
Oh, yeah, that good dad do a nice job?
Yeah.
Yeah, he do. You like hanging out with dad?
Yes, I do.
I bet you do.
All right, what's the sort of most popular kind of pizza?
I think cheese or pepperoni.
Because my personal is pepperoni. What about yours?
Cheese.
Cheese. So that seems to go the most, those flavors. Yeah, and what's your busiest day? I understand it's a cruise ship day?
Yes, those are very busy days.
We're all proud that you are an incredible landmark here in the
Thank
city of
you.
Portland. You're welcome. You're welcome. Once you meet Eric, it's hard not to instantly love him and his infectious personality. So if you're hungry, looking for a slice, and you're in Portland, just head to the corner of Commercial Street and Franklin Arterial, and you can also follow Eric on Facebook.